time for us to learn something about chemistry, and the topic to learn about is mole concept. Mole concept is simply the amount of substance contain as many elementary particles as there are carbon atoms in 12 grams of carbon 12. So in mole concept, there are some terms which are involved. We have something called the relative atomic mass. The relative atomic mass is the weighted average mass of an atom of an element compared to 1/12 the mass of carbon atom, or compared to 1/12 the mass of carbon 12 atom. So that is to find the relative molecular mass of an element. Let's say CO2. We've been asked to find relative molecular mass of this compound. In relative molecular mass, there is no unit attached. So to find relative molecular mass, the molar masses of the compound will be of the element in the compound will be given. So let's say carbon. It has been weighted. So carbon is 12.0, oxygen is 16, and you'll be given. So to find the relative molecular mass, so Mr of CO2 is equal to carbon is 12 plus the 2 atoms of oxygen, so 2 times the 16. So you get 12 plus 32, making 44.0. Since it is a relative molecular mass, no unit is attached. So when a question demands molar mass or the atomic mass of the compound, then that one unit will be attached, and the unit is gram per mole. So that's how it is. Let's solve another example. Find the molar mass of the following compound: H2SO4, MgOH2, CaCO2. You'll be given carbon 12, oxygen 16, hydrogen 1, magnesium 24, sulfur 32. So I said that you are finding the weighted average mass of this compound, the element in the compound, compared to 1/12 the mass of carbon 12 isotope. So to find the molar masses of the compound, you take the atoms of the element, then you multiply by their corresponding atomic mass number. Then after that, you add them each individual atom that you've gotten. So the question was, find the molar mass of the following compound. So in molar mass, there is a unit attached, and the unit is gram per mole. But when the question demanded relative atomic mass or relative molecular mass, that one, no unit is attached. So let's solve this one. So there is 2 atoms of hydrogen, and hydrogen is 1, plus sulfur is 32, oxygen, 4 atoms of oxygen, 4, and oxygen is 16, plus, so after that, let me arrange them so that you get the concept well. So molar mass is equal to, so 2 times 1, 2 plus 32, making 34. 4 times 16, making 64. 64 plus 34, making 98. So 98 grams per mole. Let's go to question 2. molar mass of MgOH2. Magnesium is 24 plus 2 multiplying, the 2 is multiplying OH. So the 2 here is multiplying the 1 in the bracket. So oxygen is 16 and hydrogen is 1. So everything 24 plus 2 multiplying 17. 2 times 17 makes 34. 34 plus 24 making 58. So 58 grams per mole. Let's get to the third one. The third one, molar mass of calcium carbonate. So from here, I didn't bring my calcium, so let me put it here. So calcium is 40, carbon is 12, oxygen is 16. So 3 times 16. So 40 plus 12 making 52 plus 48. So 52 plus 48 making 1 gram per mole, and it is solved easily. So that's how we solve molar masses of compound. Let's go deep into the mole concepts. From the mole concept, when we were describing about the molar masses, that is M, we use capital M to find the molar mass. We said that the unit is gram per mole. So the gram is the mass per mole. So it means that molar mass is equal to gram over mole. So the molar mass of a compound, let's say M, and the mass of a compound or element is small letter m, and the number of mole is n. We can say that, we can conclude that number of mole is equal to mass over molar mass, and this is one formula to find the mole of a compound or an element. So the general formula for finding the mole of an element or a compound is mass over molar mass. So let's solve some examples on it. Okay. Find the mole of 22 grams of carbon dioxide, carbon 12, oxygen 16. Solution. We said that number of mole is equal to mass over molar mass. So you have to find a molar mass, but molar mass of the compound CO2 is equal to carbon is 12 plus oxygen is what? 16 multiplying 2. So making everything 44 gram per mole as restricted. You know that molar mass has a unit of gram per mole. So we want the number of mole. So number of mole, as the mass given in the question, 22 grams. As the molar mass, 44 gram per mole. Grams cancel grams. 22 goes here 1, it goes here 2. 1 over 22 make 0.5. Then the mole goes up, making 0.5 mole. And the mole of the compound has been found. This, it can be rotated so many times to solve. Very simple and very easy. Okay, so let's solve another example. Find the mass of 0.8 mole of H2SO4. The molar masses were not given in the question, but these are very simple in determining, because sometimes we know that the mass number of an element is determined by the proton number plus its neutron number. So we know how to determine them. So from the question, we have the mole N to be equal to 0.8 mole. We have to find the molar mass of H2SO4. Hydrogen 2 times hydrogen is 1, sulfur is 32, 4 atoms of oxygen, so 4 times oxygen is 16, so making everything 98 grams per mole. We know the number of mole is equal to mass over molar mass. This implies that mass is equal to number of mole times molar mass, and number of mole was 0.8 times 98 and everything. If you punch it on the calculator, you get here 4, you get a 72, so 70, so 70 on. So let me make it well. 78. I think I'm correct. So we were finding the mass, so 78.4 grams, and the mass of the compound has been solved. Let's go to concentration. We have concentration. We have something called amount concentration. Amount concentration. And it is denoted by C. When we say amount concentration is the number of mole of a substance dissolved in 1 dm cube of a solution. So the amount of substance, that's amount of substance in mole dissolved in 1 dm cube of a solution is called amount concentration. So amount concentration is equal to number of mole over volume in dm cube from that definition. So note, the volume should be in dm cube or either in liters. So when it is given in centimeters cube, we are supposed to convert it in what? Decimeter cube. So this is the formula of finding amount concentration. We can prove many formulas for amount concentration. From our previous formula, we said that number of mole is equal to mass over molar mass. So we can substitute this equation into this one. So we can say the amount concentration is equal to mass over molar mass divided by volume. So concentration is equal to mass over molar mass times 1 over V. So C is equal to M over mV. And this implies that you can say that mass is equal to CmV, and this one is an equation. So when the amount concentration is given, and you know the molar mass of the compound or the element, and you know the volume, then you can find the mass of the substance or the compound given. Let's solve example. Find the mass of 2SO4 concentrated H2SO4 dissolved in 500 cm cube of 0.02 mole per dm cube of H2SO4, and we have H to be 1 solution. From this, you can solve it many ways. So let's check. We're given the amount concentration. The question said find the mass of concentrated H2SO4 dissolved in 500 cm cube of 0.02 mole per dm cube of H2SO4. We can omit the H2SO4. So we can say that the amount concentration C is equal to 0.02 mole per dm in the question. We have the volume to be equal to 500 cm3, and we are supposed to convert it into what? Decimeter cube. So 1000 cm3 is equal to 1 dm3. Therefore 500 cm3 will be equal to, so it will divide by 1000. So 500 cm3 over 1000 cm3 times 1 dm3, making 0.5 dm3. So, and also you are supposed to find the molar mass of H2SO4. So 2 times 1 plus 32 plus 4 times 16, making 98 grams per mole. So we have a formula. We said that mass can also be written as CmV, where the volume is in dm3. So C is the amount concentration as given in the question, mole per dm3, times the molar mass was 98 grams per mole, times the volume, that is 0.5 dm3. So punch on the calculator, you are supposed to get 0.98 grams, because mole cancel per mole, dm3 cancel per dm3, left with grams. So we found the mass of H2SO4 that was dissolved in 500 cm3 of 0.02 mole per dm3 H2SO4. Let's get to different concentration. The other concentration is mass concentration, and it is represented by rho, where rho is density. So mass concentration is sometimes called density, and we know the formula for finding density. Density is mass over volume. So rho is equal to mass over volume, and the volume should be in dm cube. In mass concentration, we say that mass is equal to mass concentration. We say that density or the mass concentration is equal to mass over volume. So from our formula that we said that m is equal to cmv. So rho is equal to cmv. Substituting into this formula, cmv over v, and the v cancels, we get rho is equal to cm, and this one has become one formula to calculate for the mass concentration or the rho. So rho is equal to amount concentration. Sometimes amount concentration is also called molarity. So take note. In some examination, you've been given find the molarity of the compound. It's the same as find the amount concentration, and you have the molar mass. So let's solve some examples from this concentration. So the question is, find the mass concentration of 0.5 mole per dm cube dilute HCl. So from the question, we are given the molarity or the amount concentration C to be 0.5 mole per dm³. You were also not, there is an invisible factor or invisible mass. So a molar mass of HCl there to be 1 plus 35.5, making 36.5 grams per mole. So we have everything to be, you know that rho is equal to Cm, that is mass concentration is equal to the amount concentration or the molarity and the molar mass of the compound. So 0.5 times 36.5. So 0.5 can be also written on 36.5 over 2. So everything goes to be 18.25 grams per dm³, because 36.5, the molar mass here will be 0.5 is what? Mole per dm³, and here is gram per mole. So mole here cancels this mole, and it is left with gram per dm³, and that is how mass concentration of a compound or element is found. Thank you for watching. I'll end here. Please subscribe to our channel and you get everything that you want. We are producing more videos so that it will aid you guys at home. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.